Ever scarfed down a bag of chips because you're stressed? Feels like your willpower died, right? Sometimes it's not your willpower that you need to strengthen, it's your gut. Learn how you can get your gut to help you lose weight, stay focused, and feel positive. Your gut will make you a winner. Hey everyone, Mazen here. Welcome to the Maximum Life. What does your gut tell you? Are you going to go with your gut? How do you intend to overcome that sinking feeling in your gut? Was it because you watched something gut-wrenching? You really had the guts to do that. You've just got to trust your gut. Isn't it incredible how so many gut references have become a part of our everyday conversations? Ever wondered why that is? Here is a fact that will make you do a gut check. Our gut is in fact referred to as our second brain. It is just that perceptive and receptive and responsive to everything that is happening around us. I've talked about the mind-body connection in many of my previous episodes, and today I want to talk to you specifically about the way that our gut impacts so much of the functioning of our body and mind. There is a fundamental connection between the brain and the body's digestive system. Researchers are studying this connection and offering up some very fascinating results. The gut's function goes beyond processing food. Now, if you've seen other Maximum Life episodes, by now you know I'm not about empty declarations. Everything I say and teach and promote is backed by solid science. And what science says about your gut will literally blow your mind. Let's get straight down to it. Number one, our brain and gut are connected by a vast, dense network of neurons, plus chemicals and hormone pathways that constantly take information back and forth. Remember that sinking feeling in your gut right after you've heard some bad news? And then that instant, there's a communication that happens over the brain-gut expressway. Number two, because there are just so many neurons and neurotransmitters in the gut, scientists now call it the second brain. The gut can also control some muscle function, immune cell, and hormone production, much like the brain itself. Number three, remember serotonin, that feel-good chemical produced by nerve cells? Guess where it's produced? The brain? Well, yes, some of it is. But would you believe that a staggering 80 to 90% of serotonin is produced in our gut? Now, and no wonder dietary connections can improve mood and help with depression. This leads us to number four. Our body is a reporter, constantly giving us feedback about the state of affairs within us. The front runner in this role is, that's right, our gut. The brain-gut connection is a two-way expressway. Just as the brain can make the gut feel wrenched and twisted, stress can make you lose your appetite. So likewise, the gut can make the brain feel peace or pressure. A healthy gut can make the mind feel good. Okay, now number five. The health of your brain is very much dependent on the health of your gut. Whatever goes in your digestive tract impacts not only your daily brain functions, but also long-term brain health. So if you want to avoid future neurological conditions, you know exactly where to start. The gut will be a good place. Number six, your gut organisms perform a big range of functions, including detoxifying, increasing immunity, absorbing nutrients, producing vitamins, transmitting information, and much, much more. A healthy gut environment can help prevent a number of diseases, not just chronic conditions like type 2 diabetes, but even cancer, ADHD, asthma, allergies, even dementia. Lastly, number seven, and you might find this one surprising. Your gut health also impacts how you feel, your libido, even how clearly you can think and how you can focus. So the next time you have a headache or feel low or cannot concentrate, read the report of your body and check in with how your gut feels. Essentially, everything that goes into your body and mind is affected by our digestive system. In fact, the brain-gut connection is so vital to our health that the National Institute of Mental Health spent more than $1 million researching this in recent years. the brain in our head and the second one in our gut, do indeed function together. Your gut has a voice that doesn't use words. Listen. The body heals with play, the mind heals with laughter, and the spirit heals with joy, is how the proverb goes, and it's absolutely right. Ancient wisdom has always recognized the mind-body connection, and as a wise person once said, the body never lies. As a pharmacist, reading up about all this, I started to correlate the brain-gut tandem processes with the way I see my body working, and with the experiences people around me are dealing with. A very dear friend of mine has a job he loves, a family he adores, and close friends who are there for him. He has a fairly healthy lifestyle, but running his own business also means a lot of stress. Things go wrong, market fluctuations, demand and supply mismatch. A few years ago, he was diagnosed with diabetes. And when his fluctuating blood sugar levels caused symptoms that he couldn't ignore anymore. After trying out the conventional treatment for managing his disease for a while, he decided to add another aspect to his disease management protocol. He made drastic dietary changes and underwent a mindfulness-based stress reduction program. This helped him in several ways. His stress levels dropped. His hormone production began to balance out. He was eating and feeling better. He had more energy. For the first time, he was really listening to his body. As a result of this two-pronged approach to his treatment, he found that he was relying less on medications for stabilizing his blood sugar. Take charge of your gut health, your thinking, and your wellness. With today's go-go-go culture, everyone being busy doing things at a frenetic pace, skipping from one item in the to-do list to another amidst a hurricane of distractions. It is no wonder that our bodies fail to keep up. We don't sleep right. We overwork on an undernourished body. We might eat and fill up our stomach, but how much of that is really valuable nutrition? Every decision we make every day isn't just a brain function. The gut plays an important role. Making decisions is a whole body function that includes your brain, your heart, and your gut. This reminds me of very wise words said by Michael Burke, the CEO of Louis Vuitton. He said, good instincts usually tell you what to do long before your head has figured it out. That's a good one. All of the factors that affect our lives, there are some of the very much within our control. We cannot control external factors such as, say, how a competitor entering the market will impact business, but there are things we can control. And the one aspect which has maximum and immediate impact on our health is our food choices. It is what we eat and drink, what we choose to put into our system. And let's not forget, a positive input will always lead to positive output. So now let's get to the most important part of our discussion today. How can we take care of our gut so that it could continue to serve us well? Firstly, we need to realize the extent of the havoc our modern lifestyles cause to our gut. Everything from alcohol to stress, high sugar and heavily processed foods to chemicals adversely affect our gut. Start with reducing and cutting these out. One of the things most toxic to our gut health is sugar. Sometimes sugar hidden in plain sight and you consume it without even being aware of it. Don't just cut back in desserts, also cut on carbonated drinks, the additives to your beverages, your coffee and your tea. Examine your diet and identify those highly processed, preservative-laden items. Narrow down these culprits and systemically replace them with foods that do you and your gut a lot of good. What are those, you may ask? Let's get right to it. I'm going to share some of them with you. Eat avocados for high-quality fats. Add nuts and seeds to your diet. Green tea is a great one for the gut because it has polyphenols and antioxidant properties. L-glutamine is an important amino acid which the body can naturally produce, but under high demand and high pressure conditions like those of peak performers like you, the supply may not quite keep up with the demand. L-glutamine is essential for peak physical and mental performance, and a lack of it is something maximal achievers cannot afford. Also add fibers and healthy plant-based proteins like peas, chias, and so on. Probiotics and prebiotics are other essentials. Personally, I prefer to keep healthy habits simple, doable, and sustainable. The Positive Input Protein Shake is an essential part of my daily diet because it's not just rich in nutritious plant-based proteins and fibers, but also sugar-free, contains green tea, a healthy dose of gut-supporting prebiotics, and the critical gut-repairing L-glutamine. Reclaim your maximal self. Ever had someone ask you, do you have the guts to do it? Well, now you will. You can change what you eat to change how you feel, how seldom you feel under the weather, how energetic you move, how sharp you think. Armed with this knowledge, you can choose to make a positive difference to your gut starting today. Make one positive change today. Replace a gut-destroying food item with a gut-enhancing alternative. Or choose a quality protein shake with L-glutamine to support your gut health. Thanks for joining me today. Your gut serves as a second brain, affecting not just your physical health, but even how you think, feel, and act. As maximal achievers, we cannot accept suboptimal energy levels and a compromised immune system as a way of life. Do what it takes to build a strong, healthy digestive tract. One you can count on, one you can rely on, one that will guide you through all your decisions. Deep down in your gut, you know it's the right thing to do. Deep down in your gut, you know what is right and what will take to make you an A-level player, a maximal achiever. Deep down in your gut, you know it's your time to live the maximal life. If you like what you have seen and heard, please subscribe.